You know, I've been thinking about how Wickford here got herself some attention several months ago when she had some fun additions added to her Battlesong collection, and I wondered if some other character reworks could also be in need of some more love. And I also just thought about how I put two of the same dang songs in the thumbnail like an idiot, but that's besides the point. Just ask yourself this. What if Wendy here had more ghostly elixirs to play around with? What if some others were slightly tweaked to be a bit more interesting at the end of the day? Well, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. We've got 7, count 'em 7 new ecto-herbology potions to whip up, folks. And they're ready to apply to both ourselves and our long-dead sister. And bloody heck, they're pretty cool. So let's get to it. And I see no reason not to start with the good stuff right off the bat, like the Nightmare Serum here. Requiring a shadow manipulator to prototype, we can now smash together some Morning Glory, Nightmare Fuel, and Bee Stingers for a Nightmare Elixir that changes Abigail in all sorts of ways. Our sister now becomes corrupted. Her eyes glow red, she will be pissed off constantly, and she'll even throw off a strong, negative sanity aura drain to all those around her. She's scary, but it's gonna be neat, because that's not all. The elixir makes it so that the more cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Wendy is, the more damage Abigail will deal per tick. Now, things will start out pretty weak, of course. However, at 0 sanity, even a Morning Abby will still deal 30 damage per hit. Power through low sanity come dusk, however, and Abigail will boost that to 50 damage a hit, which is already pretty spectacular. But wait till night, or use the elixir in the caves, mind you, to up her damage to 80 per strike, everyone. Insane. Literally, mind you. Just know that it'll only last for a half a day, though. But if insanity is gonna be an issue for you, then this next new potion has got you covered. The Tenebrous Tincture here also requires a shadow manipulator to create at first, and at the cost of more Morning Glories, Nightmare Fuel, and a purple gem, we can now have it to where Abigail will target and fight nightmare creatures with us and for us. And yup, that's probably all there really is to say there. But again, however, these Nightmare Elixirs only apply for half a day each, so be mindful there. And there's one last nightmare that we need to subject Abby to, the Distilled Wrath. Costing a Volt Goat Horn, Nightmare Fuel, and Morning Glory, this elixir will electrify all of Abigail's attacks, meaning more base damage come each stage of the day, of course. So her damage will go from 15 during the day normally to 22.5. Come dusk, that will climb from 25 damage to 37.5, which ain't too shabby already. And lastly, her nighttime damage goes from an even 40 usually to an even 60 now. Very nice. Oh, and if you've been wondering why the Guardians have been on fire, it is because this elixir also makes it to where Abigail has a chance to cause lightning to strike hostile mobs. Cause you know, that's frickin' normal. But come on now, Beard. Electric damage means nothing alone. How does the potion fare against wet enemies? Well, for starters, Abigail's morning damage will already sit at 37.5. So there's that. Move her to dusk though, and her damage will be around 62.5 per tick, so she's already looking much better. But wait till nightfall or even venture through the caves, however, with this elixir applied, and you can boast 100 damage a strike. Incredible. If you've got the wet enemies to use it on, of course. Enjoy it nonetheless. So yeah, Nightmare Elixirs, everyone. They're pretty sweet, right? Sure are, but note how while one is active mind, Wendy will not be able to apply any of her normal ones. So you have to weigh your options, or maybe take some risks more often than not, if you do wish to use them at the end of the day. Up to you. Thankfully, however, we do have this at our disposal. The Purifying Balm. It is another new craft that uses Ash and Morning Glory to create, and this elixir will cleanse Abigail of whatever her current effect is, including any of the nightmare ones. Good stuff. But why cleanse now? Because we ain't done yet. Not when we still got new elixirs and tweaks of old ones to discuss still. Take the floral incense potion here. It is new and available immediately off spawn, mind you, and at the cost of 1 petal and 1 morning glory, we can grant Abigail the ability to throw off a rather significant positive sanity aura for all of those around her. And yes, I do mean rather significant. Plus, it's gonna last for a full flippin' day too. So there you go. The Radiant Remedy is next, and at the cost of a red gem and another morning glory, we can apply it to Abigail in order to increase her light radius, as well as make her a portable fire of sorts. For you see, the elixir will also give her the ability to throw off heat. Now that's interesting, I suppose. I can't say I really thought of anything like that until this very moment, but it's kind of neat. However, the last new craft of the day is the Spiritual Liniment here. Costing no morning glory whatsoever actually, and instead requiring charcoal, petals, and ice to create. It allows for Wendy players to heal Abigail instantly from within their very own inventories. And the lower Abigail's health is, the greater the instant health regen will actually be. But not only that, mind, each use of it also helps restore 15 sanity to Wendy herself, even if Abigail is fully healed, it seems. Not bad. But now to them tweaks to pre-existing elixirs, like the Revenant Restorative here. It has the same craft and the same healing over time effect as before, mind you. But now, it has the added bonus of speeding up the timing of Abigail's spirits. In other words, it will level up Abigail faster for ya. And I'm pretty sure it does stack with the Cistern. Neat stuff. And finally, the changes made to the Vigor Mortis elixir here have now made it to where Abigail will do her absolute best to keep up with Wendy while on the move by decreasing her roam range essentially, all the while still keeping her as quick as before. Now that doesn't actually sound too exciting or grand in the grand scheme of things, but once you see the difference here, I think you will understand just how advantageous this could be at times. Good luck. But before we wrap up, I would just like to point out that the mod also adds brand new examinations of Abigail in her nightmare form, as well as ones for all 7 of the new elixirs. So well done, modders. No, seriously, well done to speak with plants, everyone. And to all of those who may have helped bring these new elixirs to us here today. We appreciate ya. I thoroughly enjoyed them, if I'm honest, and I'm glad you guys just had some fun with the mechanics without going too nuts with them, if you know what I mean. But get to brewing with the spirits of the dead, everyone. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.